Welcome to World Beer News. If you're in Paris, get one of these beers. It's delicious. Hispanics in Florida are tired of commercial beer dominating their shelves, so they're making their own beer. Boricua and its lighter version Teano may be lacking in brand development. They're still young, but they have their own song. And the company is owned by Hispanics. It's brewed in Florida. The branding is supposed to be some kind of like native Puerto Rican chick. She gets her eyebrows filled in on the second one. It's up to you. I don't know why she's naked. But they vow not to take their profits outside of their community. That's cool, and they're making a point to list their beneficiaries on their website. We'll see how it goes, but it's a great idea. They're competing with Heineken and Corona. Bravo. Woman is, quote, low alcohol content, 3.5, Pilsner, designed for lovers of very soft beer, ideal to drink any time of day, for you women, because you're special. Sargentana is a brand of beer from an island in the south of Spain, whose beer is creating some controversy across Spanish social networks. The beer is called respectively Woman, Queen, and Brown. Things not to do when opening beer business. The brown one is a pale ale, and the Queen beer, its only on tap review, reads, surprisingly little flavor. Massive global conglomerates are joining forces because they are scared of us. We've got them on the run. They can feel a better beer culture just breathing down their necks. China has given Anheuser-Busch InBev the green light to merge with Saab Miller. But don't panic. There's downsides to what they're having to do, and we're able to watch it. Saab Miller is no longer 49% shareholder in the beer brand Snow. Snow is the world's largest selling beer. It's from a Chinese beer company. Now, Snow's by itself, so they can go around and make their own childish mistakes. Just because you're big doesn't mean you're smart. Hop Valley out of Eugene, Oregon has decided that growth is more important than anything else. Growing up your business doesn't mean growing, and is sold to MillerCoors. In a cookie-cutter public relations interview with newschoolbeer.com, Hop Valley owner Walter Macbeth is nowhere to be found. He may have taken the fill-in-the-blank sheet from Beervana's July post on how to create a press release about your brewery buyout. It's that bad. But hey, he's got some money now. That's great. You don't have to lie to us about what it is that you're doing. We get it. And maybe even if you don't get it, eventually your insides will start to fall out. Just kind of like a colon prolapse. Kind of like what's happening with Ballast Point right now. Basically, the entire top-level corporate structure is no longer at Ballast Point in the wake of the billion-dollar Constellation takeover. I can only assume that they'll get a new corporate structure entirely made of fruit extract. That's exactly it. In the Andes in Argentina, the world's first inclined beer bar has opened, so you don't have to tilt your beer when pouring out of the tap, because that can be difficult. But saving your wrist from stress fractures may come at a price. Check out the video.
Un bar donde no se puede jugar a los dardos. Y donde te puede tocar la cuenta de otro.
Alberta Canada craft brewers will now get up to $12 million a year in grants. If they play it right, a brewery really could get $12 million itself. That's unbelievable. But before you start moving up north to open your brewery, the grants come as a way to offset a pretty significant tax hike that's coming that way. All the beer that's now sold in the province is priced out from the breweries based on a sliding scale starting about 10 cents per liter. August 5th, though, the price will be $1.25 per liter of beer for all breweries. Either way, the brewers up there seem to be having a good time with it. They're happy. We'll keep watching the development and see how it goes. But if you're not wanting to go that way, you want a little something warmer. In Baja California, legislators have signed a decree that contains reforms approved for law, sale, storage, and consumption of alcohol beverages for the state. Its aim is to establish a special regulatory framework for craft beer specifically. They want to promote better production and better marketing. You know your beer is good when a pony is beating down your door. Did you know that horses are genetically well suited for beer consumption? According to a vet specialist in Practical Horsemen, not only does beer have an appealing flavor for equines, likely because its raw materials are very similar to the animal's favorite foods, but that interestingly, horses' stomachs are uniquely well suited to alcohol. It does take a lot of beer to get a horse drunk though, so Mocha, the pony there, he'll likely be back. If you're listening to this, you may be a lucky person, or you could be in a place where beer is hunted down by the police. This article last week is from one of the states in India where they're re-implementing prohibition. We are so lucky. We're lucky to have the London Beer Mile. World record for the beer mile was smashed last week in London. And so were the runners. There were penalties if you didn't keep a beer down in between laps. We're lucky to have beer lovers in Australia creating books to help lost drinkers. Beer, with or without alcohol, minority or majority branding, with or without animals attached to it. Beer is good, even if we aren't. So let's celebrate it. August 5th is IPA Day. Let's celebrate having good taste in good things with good people. Here is how Argentina is celebrating IPA Day. Below you'll find links to all of the stories mentioned, as well as how to connect with me, Nitch, and how to participate in IPA Day. Down this way. Drop me a comment if you have any questions. If you find an interesting story, feel free to message me directly at nitch@tastingnitch.com. I post most everything on my website, Tasting Nitch. And otherwise, merci, grazie, and I'll see you next week. World Beer News. Cheers.